Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and talk about a pretty cool device here. Not device, but accessory that would be really good if you use a small or short condenser microphone and you're getting a shit ton of plosives. So let me just tell you something. I have always used the Hook Studios Octo-8, which is this thing right here. Let me just quickly show you what it looks like. And the way they say you got to deal with it or use it is you want to put it at the far end, like this, right? So if you look here, it's literally at the far end, the best I can do it. But this thing still sucks at plosives. Watch. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. And it's something I just kind of dealt with, and then I just, in post, I have to deal with it. But look, this is how you're supposed to use it. At the far end, you stretch it out as far as you can. You're still getting plosives with this thing, right? So what is the solution? So apparently there's a company called Huaya. That's what it's called, Huaya. And what they do is they make these pond filters where it has a hole in the middle and it's set up like this at the end. And they've been using it for shotgun microphones. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and try it on the SE8 right now and give it a shot. But before I go on further, this is me on the Hook Octa, right? Peter Piper picked, right? Profligates. Holy shit, the plosives on this thing. It's not good. Now let's use this thing. 1 second here. So I'm taking it out. And obviously that Hook Octo, Peter Piper, it's better than nothing, right? So now let's put this on here. Okay. All right. So now it's on there. Peter Piper picked a peck. Okay. So it's a little bit. So what they said is you got to extend it out a little bit. So, okay. I'm going to extend it out a little bit. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle. That's better. Okay. Let me extend it out a little bit more. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Profligates. Holy shit. Okay. That definitely freaking works. You see this? It is basically, you want to extend it out just a little bit like that. And, holy shit, I'm actually excited. And, look, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Like, the plosives are much, much more, tamed. They're a lot better. Okay, now I'm going to switch off to other SE8, all right, so now this is the Rode NTG5. I usually don't get as much plosives on this one because it's, I don't know what it is, but I just find I don't get as much compared to the short shotgun microphones. But let's just go ahead. I have the Octa on it right now. So as you can see, we got the Octa at the max, and this is how it is. So let's go and pop that on. Peter Piper picked a peck of yeah, see, the NTG5 is actually pretty good at plosives. I haven't had issues. It's more like the SE8 and short shotgun, but let's just, Peter Piper picked a peck of, okay, so it's good on shotgun microphones, the Octa. But now let's go ahead and put it on here just to see what it's like. So I'm now gonna go ahead and put this thing on here. So Peter Piper picked a peck of, you know what I like is it actually, true to form, it's transparent. It's not like it just gets all muddy and sounds like this and blah, 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 blah. It actually sounds, it's transparent. I like that. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper, I love that. This is good. I can see this being good on the MKH 416. Let's go ahead and try that right now. All right, so now we're doing this with the MKH 416, and right now I have just the Octa. So it just looks like this right now. I haven't had as much issues with the MKH 416, but I actually don't usually I actually don't like using this aside from work because I don't like the sound of it. But it's just anyway. Peter Piper picked a peck. Okay, so the MKH 416 is okay. Now what I have realized is if you use the stock foam, obviously it rounds it out a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. But let's just compare how that sounds compared to this, right? Because this is a much more transparent sound. But again, this is with the Octa. Swap that out. Let's go ahead and put the standard thing on here. So Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper. Okay, so it adds a little bit, a little bit of warmth to it. Kind of muffles it a little bit. This is how it sounds. Peter Piper profligates. Okay, no plosives on this thing. I haven't had as much issues with the MKH 416 with plosives. More so, I just don't like the sound of it on my voice. But this is it. Okay, now let's go ahead and put the Huaya on there, and let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Put this on there. Okay, so right now we got the Huaya on here. Jesus Christ, Huaya. Okay, I guess you can't really see it on there. Can you see it? Well, that was kind of the point. I didn't want you to see it on the camera. But but anyway, let's go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay, so let me stretch it out a little bit. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked profligates. Okay, sounds like an MKH 416. Nice and sharp and whatever. Okay, all right. Let's go back to the SE8 because that's what I've been really digging these days. Okay, I'm gonna swap to that right now. All right, so we're back on the SE8. This is how it sounds. This is with nothing on here, right? So Peter Piper picked a peck of obviously that's terrible. That's terrible, right? Let's go ahead and put the octa on here, right? So it's at the tail edge of it, right? Peter Piper picked a peck of profligates. You still get plosives on this thing, but it's not much better than original. But now let's go ahead and put the Huaya on this puppy. Peter Piper. Okay, hold on. Let me just. But what they were telling me is you got to put it out just a little bit out like this. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Oh, let's crank it up just a little. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Plosives. Profligate. Peter. Wow, that's good. That's viable. That is good. I have always had issues with plosives with small condenser microphones. Or are they called short condenser microphones? With these kind of tiny ones. These usually get more plosives. But with the fucking Huaya, man, and they give you a pack of 4 of these, man. Oh no, they give you a pack of, let's see. How many did they give you? 1, 2, 3, for like $8. Y'all got to get this, man. If you guys use small condenser microphones, if you guys use shotgun microphones, you guys got to get this.